Ever rip open a letter and feel your blood boil so hot you can hear your heartbeat pounding in your ears? That's exactly what hit me like a freight train that Tuesday morning. Standing in my gravel driveway, clutching a gold-embossed envelope from the Sunset Hills Homeowners Association. Inside, a staggering $250,000 in fines for violations on my own damn land. $250,000. I'd lived there 30 years, raising chickens, tending my vegetable garden, and minding my business. But suddenly, these mansion-dwelling elites decided I was the intruder. That was their first colossal blunder. Their second, underestimating a 71-year-old retired surveyor who knows boundaries better than his own backyard. Buckle up, karma chasers. This tale of land-grabbing greed, forged surveys, and sweet, sweet justice will have you rooting for the underdog. Welcome to Karen Karma, where HOA tyrants get dethroned. If you're new, smash that subscribe and ring the bell. At Karma for Karen here, exposing bullies one epic story at a time. Comment below. Ever fought a land dispute? Let's dive in. For 3 decades, my 30-acre plot was my sanctuary. A humble homestead with a sturdy fence my father built in the 70s. A tool shed full of rusty memories. A chicken coop echoing with contented clucks. And a gazebo where my late wife and I watched countless sunsets. The vegetable garden. Tomatoes older than half my neighbors, thriving in soil I'd tilled myself. When the million-dollar mansions of Sunset Hills sprouted up around me like overpriced weeds, I waved hello but kept my distance. My deed predated their fancy bylaws. I was grandfathered in, exempt from their nitpicky rules, or so I thought. That letter changed everything. It listed 3 major offenses: illegal fence placement, unauthorized structures in the setback area, my shed, coop and gazebo, and encroachment on green space, my garden. My blood ran hot. This wasn't about codes, it was a shakedown. Before I could even finish my coffee, strutting across my driveway in designer heels came Sophia Blackstone, the HOA president, clipboard in hand like a royal scepter. Flanking her were 2 board members, faces as blank as palace guards. "Mr. Harrison," she purred, voice dripping with fake politeness, "I'm here to document your violations before legal action proceeds." She paraded around my property, jabbing her finger at my fence, the coop, the gazebo, acting like she was inspecting a condemned slum. I pulled out my 1973 deed, waving it like a flag. "See this? My boundaries are clear." She waved it off with a smirk. "Irrelevant. We have modern surveys." My neighbor Betty, peeking over the fence, chimed in. "That fence has been there since I moved in 25 years ago." Sophia's smile didn't crack. She threatened Leanne's forced sale. 30 days to comply or lose everything. But here's the thing. 45 years in construction and surveying taught me to sniff out cons. And this reeked of premium-grade manure. Their violations cited a 2010 survey. 5 years after the mansions were built, something stank. This wasn't about my land being too big for their rules. It was about making it smaller. For them, my first call, Jim Patterson, an old friend and property lawyer. He scanned the letter and whistled low. "Walter, get an independent survey yesterday." I dusted off my old gear, GPS unit, metal stakes, detector, and got to work, measuring my fence, dead on. But then my detector pinged. Original survey stakes, buried under the fancy landscaping on the mansion side. If I was right, my property line extended way beyond my fence, slicing right through Sophia's infinity pool, Nathan's 4-car garage, Elena's massive master suite, Jackson's outdoor kitchen, and Bethany's manicured front lawn. My land wasn't shrinking, theirs was built on mine. The HOA doesn't own any of the land. All of the land is actually owned by me. I own the entire neighborhood. I looped in Jake Miller, the best independent surveyor in 3 counties. "Walter," he said, voice grave, "this could be huge, ... or a century's mess." For 3 grueling weeks, we turned detectives, GPS base stations plotting points, laser measurements cutting through lies, ground-penetrating radar, unearthing secrets. Week 1, GPS showed my land stretched 50 to 75 feet beyond my fence in multiple spots. Week 2, more original stakes surfaced, hidden deep, untouched for decades. By week 3, the map was undeniable. Over $2 million in luxury add-ons squatting on my property, and that 2010 survey, total fraud. The company responsible folded in 2008. Signatures forged, coordinates faked to shrink my plot on paper. Betty recalled construction crews updating boundaries years ago, literally moving my markers. Turns out, the development company had pulled this scam in 3 other communities, targeting elderly landowners, pressuring sales for pennies. Things are heating up, right? Imagine discovering your neighbor's pools and garages are on your land. If you've ever dealt with shady developers or HOA land grabs, drop your story in the comments. What's the wildest boundary dispute you've seen? Like if you're Team Walter already. Sophia doubled down, slapping me with noise complaints. My rooster's health department calls. Chicken coop unsanitary. Even showing up with a $50,000 settlement check. Let's handle this like civilized adults, she cooed. I handed it back. Lady, I don't take hush money from thieves. You'll be paying me. She called an emergency HOA meeting, expecting to rally her troops. I crashed it with Jake's maps, GPS overlays, stake photos, and the fake survey breakdown. Red boundary lines slashed through every mansion's luxury. Sophia's $300,000 pool. My backyard? Nathan's garage? My parking spot? The room went from smug whispers to stunned gasps. Neighbors murmured, recalling old fence lines. Sophia's lawyer blustered about unreliable GPS, so I ran a live demo. Coordinates locked in, inches precise. Numbers don't lie, I said. Silence. But exposure was one thing. Court was war. Sophia hired the state's priciest litigation firm, hurling mud, fraud claims, harassment, even elder abuse accusations. I countered with Jane Mitchell, a bulldog attorney who made developers weep. 8 months of trench warfare, discovery, digs, depositions, expert duels. Jake demolished their expert, explaining GPS precision matched to buried stakes. Jane shredded the 2010 survey. Impossible dates, dead signatories, defunct company. Betty's testimony was the knockout. She'd witnessed crews moving markers during construction. Sophia cracked under cross-exam, couldn't explain the survey's origins, the ignored deeds, or why $250,000 fines before a chat. After 2 nail-biting jury days, Judge Chen's verdict boomed. GPS surveys by licensed professionals, confirmed against recorded deeds, are irrefutable. My ownership affirmed. Encroachers pay rent or demolish. A year on, rent checks roll in like clockwork. Sophia shells $2,000 a month for her pool. Nathan $1,500 for his garage. Elena $2,500 for her suite. Jackson $1,800 for his kitchen. Bethany leases her front access for $1,200 after relocating her fountain. Betty's my unofficial manager, chuckling over coffee. The neighborhood oddly civil. Even Sophia seeks my expertise now. The case hits law school curriculums. Jake's business boomed me. Upgraded truck. Home renos, a surveying scholarship fund. But the real win, preserving Dad's land, my wife's gazebo, untouchable mornings now. I sip coffee on the porch, rooster crowing, gazing at that shimmering infinity pool, on my property. Sometimes, the quiet old guy fights back and wins. What a flip! If someone came for your land, would you fight or fold? Spill in the comments. Pettiest HOA fine. Wildest survey scam. Like if karma hit hard, share with anyone battling bullies, and subscribe for more takedowns. Follow @Karma4Cron everywhere. We're unstoppable. Until next time, remember, mess with the wrong boundaries and karma redraws the map. Peace out.